What's guys, Team here, and in this video, I always shake my head, but anyway guys, what's guys, Team here, and in this video, today is December 30th, 2020, or 2020. I notice more people actually say 2020 nowadays, or they just pronounce the year as like the numbers, like 2019 or that. I personally like to say 2000 and whatever, because I feel like I don't know, it kind of sounds more professional to me, so I kind of do it that way. But yeah, so I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on this year. And, oh look, my camera's on low battery, it always is. So, yeah, I'm going to be talking about my personal opinion on this year, because this is the second to last day of 2020 or 2020. And I just want to give my personal opinions on, let me move this a little bit. My personal opinion on this year. Because there's been, because there's been a lot that's happened. And if you're wondering why it's kind of dark outside, no, it's not, no more fires and no more fires or anything like that. It's more a just cloudy day. It's more of just kind of cloudy day. I don't think it's gonna rain, but it's still more of like a cloudy kind of day. So that's kind of weird. Northern California has a bunch of kind of different weather than the rest of California, than the rest of like Central California and Southern California. It's really different. It's really different up here. And that's why I feel like California is two states sometimes. It's two different states, I feel like. Anyway, so I'm going to give my personal opinion on 2020s since a lot has been happening this year, and just a lot of struggleness and all that. How I felt 2020, has changed a lot of people, and personally, it didn't change me, but it did change a lot of people's like personalities and just what they do in their day-to-day lives. I mean, it changed that for me, but the beginning of this year, I was not really that motivated, because I've been like cooped up in the house for like so long around that time, so I wasn't really that motivated. I did get to go on my final 2 trips to my final regular. Hold on a second. Yeah, sorry about that. I did get to go on my final 2 trips, my final regular trips. That has no COVID really. I went to Sacramento for my final. Well, I wasn't even aware, but it was like my final normal trip. I went to, it was in like the first week of January in 2020. I just went to Sacramento, visit my grandparents, and then I then basically head out. And then a few weeks later I went to San Francisco because my dad we had to settle down some stuff there, some legal stuff, so I went, that was a really fun trip. I had to wake up at like 4 in the like around 4:30 in the morning, and we had to leave by like 5 in the morning. And then we got there, cause it's around 3 hours from me. So then we got there around 8 o'clock, and we made it just in time for our for the thing we had to do. And then that was a pretty fun trip, and it was the last normal trip I really had. And then when COVID hit, I was when I heard it was going around China and all that, I'm like, oh, the U.S. is under control. We all got it. I think the U.S. is gonna not beat it, but I think the U.S. is just gonna keep control of it and stuff. And obviously, that didn't happen. And I was really surprised too. I was like, wow, like I thought the U.S. I thought they were gonna. And then when COVID did hit here, that's when everybody stocked up on a bunch of toilet paper and hand sanitizer. And then the horrible thing about it is that they were selling hand sanitizer and toilet paper on eBay and other websites for the money, and they were putting it at like hundreds of dollars, and people were buying it. Can you imagine that? That's something they should. It's horrible. It's a horrible thing, but they should do that now. I mean, because we're much worse. We had like around like 30,000 cases around that time. Now we're like 16 million, or something like that. I don't know the exact result, but we have way more than that. So I thought that was just kind of, that was just really stupid, and I thought that was just that's just a terrible thing. I mean, like, come on, there's families that need that stuff and food and all that. So then when that hit, I was just kind of like, all right, well, I don't really go many places anyway, so I would just stay inside. And then eventually in April, it kind of got to me a little bit. I was kind of getting tired. I'm like, oh man, this is longer than I thought. Man, when is this gonna end? So I was thinking, okay, May is definitely the month it's gonna end. I think May will totally just kill this thing off. I think maybe when we get closer into the summer kind of time, the summertime, it will start to kind of go away. Because something about like the sun, because it's kind of compared to not compared to the flu, but the flu is kind of, it kind of dies off in the summer. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe this virus will die off in the summer. And obviously, that didn't happen. There was another more cases, and then that's when my birthday came around. We celebrated my birthday just in the house and went to like a park, and it was nice. And it wasn't a bad birthday. Anyway, it was a pretty good birthday for something, like that. And then we did go on a few trips safely. We went to Mill Valley, which is in the Bay Area. And it was a pretty fun trip. We did it safely. We didn't go to any gatherings or anything like that. We just went to the woods, and then we went to a beach and went to the beach. And that was pretty much it for the trip, and it was really nice. And then I'm like, oh man, this coronavirus is going to be here longer than I expected. It's already June, and at the time I was like, it's already June. Maybe it'll be over in September. So we were kind of planning to go to Disneyland if they reopen it in September. But obviously, Disneyland couldn't open, which is really understandable because California is at one of the most highest cases right now. I think we're at 2 million at this point. Just all together, not currently, but just all together, it was at 2 million. So we're like, okay, well, I don't think we're gonna be going to Disneyland. So we went on, we just we took drives around town and around the city, around Sacramento and stuff. We just kind of took drives. We like, why don't we just drive out all the way to Sacramento just to, do some drives and just drive around and stuff like that. And then when Halloween came around, a lot of haunters were thinking like, oh, maybe Spirit Halloween won't be open this year due to COVID or and I'm like, oh man, that sucks. I'm not gonna get any good footage. But luckily, Spirit did open safely, and we all wore masks and we all went in, and it was pretty nice. I was having a really good time. Then that's when Halloween came around, and I wasn't sure because I was talking to Spirit Halloween. I'm like, should we do this haunt? Like, do you think it's alright? And he's like, yeah, I'm sure it should be okay. And I'm like, all right, sounds good. And luckily we did the haunt safely, and we just set up all the props outside and put some in the garage. And that was I think, if not the best day, the best day of 2020 for me, because I just love that. And we had a bunch of trick-or-treaters come out. They were wearing masks, and it was just super fun, and I really enjoyed that. And I just hope next year, and I also enjoyed it last year as well. Those were one of my favorite moments ever in my life, technically. But for this year, that was one of my favorite days. Just getting all those props out and setting them up, waiting until night, and then waiting for all the kids to come by, and that was super fun. I really, really enjoyed that, and I hope to do that again. But even like what he told me, he said, how are we gonna do it better than next year? And I'm like, I don't know. We gotta find out. We gotta think of more ideas because this year I think really topped it up. But yes, we gotta definitely think of more ideas for the haunt next year. But I don't know. This year's haunt was really, really good. So I don't know how it's gonna top anything else. So, but I can't wait. And of course, Thanksgiving came around for me, and we just kind of ate Thanksgiving at my house. It was just my family and I, just my parents and I and my sister. We all just kind of ate Thanksgiving dinner, and it was really fun. And then we watched some Thanksgiving movies, and it was a really good time. And then of course, when the holidays came around, when Christmas came around, I was pretty happy about that. I was like, oh, cool, Christmas. And of course, Christmas is kind of the holiday where Halloween, I feel like you can kind of get around for, you know, COVID. You kind of do it safely. But Christmas, we always go to people's houses and we always hang out and stuff. But this time, Christmas was a little bit different. It was a little bit different and a little bit sad, but, you know, like they say, the most important thing about Christmas is, you know, being with your family and all that. So, but sadly, we couldn't see anybody or anything like that. But I think it was really, really nice Christmas, and yeah, and I got a few presents, and I will show you guys that once. I think in January. Well, in a few days, we're actually gonna take down all the Christmas stuff, and I'll go ahead and film that to show you guys all the Christmas stuff. That's just sure. I'll show you guys all our me taking off all the Christmas stuff and saying goodbye to the Christmas tree and all that. I'll totally make a video of that. But for now, yeah. So that's kind of what we did, and now we're at December, and people will say, here's my opinion. People who say they want the year to be over. Like, I want 2020 to be over. It was a terrible year. Early next year is not going to really offer that much, to be honest. And this is just my opinion, but I think 2021, the first month, January, and who knows where we'll be in exactly 1 year. Who knows where we will be in December 2021. I don't know. But I think this winter, in January, February, and maybe possibly March, I think it's going to be really, really hard for everybody. I think we're going to see cases keep going and keep going and keep going. So I don't want you guys to get your hopes up for, like, you know, early next year, because I think I could say the winter season is officially just kind of out of the picture. Specifically going places and stuff like that. Even though we just got a vaccine, they're not really for sure. They're not really sure if it exactly works or not. So, not saying it doesn't work, but I'm saying they're not really. You know, they're still kind of testing it out. So, I don't want anyone to get their hopes up, like, in case this vaccine is the solution. Which there will be a solution eventually. I think there will be something, and it could be that. But for now, I don't really know. I can't really give you any answers. I just hope next year can be, well, starting. Even some doctors are saying this. Starting this summer, we can start to get back to normal and start to go out places and start hugging our family members and start just hang out with people. In general, just hanging out with people and doing whatever. But honestly, my opinion about this year, it wasn't really that good of a year. I mean, I honestly think it just wasn't that great. I mean, even with COVID, like, just my personal life, it was okay. I mean, you know, I feel like if I don't really have any things to do, I kind of lose motivation. And that was kind of a problem for this year, and I just didn't like that at all. Just no bueno. I didn't like that. But hopefully next year, I mean, January and February and that, I think it's going to be really hard for people. It's still going to be the everyday situation with you know, more cases going on, and nothing's going to really change from that. But hopefully where we will see a change will be the summer. Not really quite sure, but I hope the summer will be great. So people who say, you know, they want this year to be over, of course it is going to be over, but is it going to fix the problem? The problem's still going to be here, but hopefully, I'm not trying to be a negative person, but I hope, but I think realistically, hopefully by this summer we'll start seeing the problem be fixed. But anyways, guys, that's mostly my opinion about this year, my thoughts about 2020. And this is the second to last video for 2020, so I hope you guys... so next video I'm going to be making will be a few more hours before 2021, so I'm pretty excited, and I can't wait. So, yeah, I'm really excited, and thank you guys for coming along the journey on my channel, just watching my videos, and, you know, I think it's a really, really cool thing. But anyways, guys, leave a like on this video if you liked it. If you're new to the channel or you want to see more, please subscribe. And I'm pretty excited because I do have plans for this channel, non-cover related. I do have some plans for this channel. I definitely want to make more videos and do more live streams, because I only did a few live streams this year. So be on the lookout for more streams, more live streams going on next year. And yes, I'm really excited for to do that. So anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna make one more video before this year ends, and I hope you guys stay tuned for that. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, and remember, stay vlogging.